Oh, Balenciaga. Oh, 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 oh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary. I like that instrumental. Oh, Balenciaga. Oh, 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 oh. Look, stick with me. Stick with me as I unravel this because this is deep. This is deep. Kanye said it. Okay. I have been a big critic of Kanye. I have been. But just because I'm a critic of him doesn't mean he's not telling the truth. I gotta say, was this backlash is beyond belief. I mean, people are cutting their stuff up. As I said in the previous video, that you don't mess with children. You don't. That doesn't sit well with majority of the population, except for those small, twisted people. To the small sense. But before I get to where I'm going, I'm sorry, this live stream came out of the blue. I'm just looking and I just had to. Oh man, Balenciaga. I thought you would try this. I thought you would. When I learned who's the current CEO, Francois Henry Fentanyl, oh, that's old money. And when I found out he married Selma Hayek, oh, Selma, you still need to make a choice. People aren't having that, and this is not going away. It's not going away, and it doesn't matter that you have. And I believe from the Will Smith came out today on Instagram saying that he has had enough of Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, got me thinking. At first, I was like, "Oh, yes, you finally grew a pair." And then I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. Last year, he said that they were going to be together in bad marriage and all, and did a fist bump on it. And now today, he's like, I retired. She's going to have to make her own self happy. Even after the slap that was heard across the world when he slapped Chris Rock for her. All those things. And all of a sudden, he wakes up and said, I'm tired. And it just happened to be after this entire backlash with Balenciaga. But it goes back to what Kanye said. They're all controlled. I thought maybe I'm like, okay, Kanye. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, are you a little off your meds? Or are you being truthful because you have nothing else to lose? Again, I'm Kanye's biggest critic. I am. I'm very critical of him because he's just a little wishy-washy here. But oh man. So Balenciaga, did they call in a little favor saying, hey, get something done with this? Take the pressure off of us, have a controversy over here. And what would be a big controversy? Will Smith. I would say that was a very good call. That was smart. That was if it's true. If Will Smith just said, I can't take it anymore. This last thing that she pulled, and now August Alsina Alcina now has come out as being a gay man, and Jada fell in love with a gay man. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It is, but I don't buy it. No, I don't. I think Will would take any garbage that Jada throws out at him. And she throws a lot of mess at him. I mean, to me, I think she's a man-hating woman, a man-hating feminist. I do. And I think that she has a lot of jealousy behind her of his success. Why can't it be her? Why must it be him? But that right there is their dimensions and family and all that wild stuff. But I kind of believe, again, if it's true, that Balenciaga called in a favor and Will Smith comes out of nowhere. Just somebody put that in my Instagram. And I'm like, yes. But then again, I got to stop and think critically about this. I had to stop and think, wait a minute. This is a huge mess. People are going ballistic. Balenciaga's inner workings came out. They felt that they were able to come out and put this mindset that is company wide. And if that's company wide within Balenciaga, you know that right there goes through other companies. You might want to look at Gucci because the parent company is owned by Selma Hayek's husband. So I'm starting to look at, oh, well, then let's look at these stakeholders. They keep the stakeholders, the investors. I mean, there's a lot of stuff behind it. And looking at that ad, as I said in my other video yesterday, that there was dog whistling. And, somebody was like, what is dog whistling? Well, dog whistle is when you have that little whistle and you blow it, the only thing that they can hear is dogs. It's so high above our ability to hear it, dogs can hear it. So what they were showing was meant for specific people that would know what was going on. So like, okay. It almost reminds me of I was supposed to do something of that guy that came to DC, Southeast. I know the area. This white guy from Alabama comes up to Southeast at a pizza place called Cosmo Pizza and starts shooting at the restaurant, the pizza restaurant, because he thought that there was child uh, children playing in traffic going on there. And it was interesting how that was swept under the rug. And the guy just sort of like went back to Alabama, even though that he committed a felony in Washington, D.C. But that right there's a different story. But no, that's a little bit different. Wait a minute. Hey, wee bonkers, how are you? Let me see. You said I think there's a lot of truth to what Kanye says, mixed with a bit of loopy stuff. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I'm his biggest critic. But mm, what are your thoughts on Balenciaga and this backlash? People are going to social media, going to their Instagrams, they're cutting their stuff up, throwing it away. Somebody went to one of the Balenciaga stores. It is closed. There's no one there. Good. I'm glad. And they're cutting up everything. They're cutting up everything and people are throwing stuff away. One lady was asked why did she not send take her stuff to Goodwill, and she's like, I don't want anyone at all wearing this stuff. And I get it. Now, you know what I would have thought? Would you take all the stuff back to the stores, take your receipt, and get your money back? That would have been wow. That would have made their stocks really plummet. I mean, look, the stocks are really going to plummet, but you're putting this stuff up. That's money wasted. And I'm thinking if you were to take your receipt, you go back and get your money back, and then walk away with your money, and then you'll have. I mean, I would feel less of a stain on my soul, but that's just me. But I never heard of Balenciaga before all this. And just to think, Kanye. Kanye came out and just started saying, "Look, I have nothing else to lose. My deals are gone. I'm no longer a billionaire. I'm a millionaire. Still a lot of money. Took all of my endorsements away because I said something that I believed to be true, or he believed to be true. I'm speaking in the first person, but really Kanye believed to be true. All the took the Adidas deal. Now the Balenciaga was like, well, we can't no longer rock with you. And between Balenciaga and Adidas were trying to take his designs and the other things that he had. Wait. Weebit says, I think it's, I think it's the tip of the iceberg. Did you see the project uh, Vertus report on? No, 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 I didn't. No, I didn't see the project. No, I didn't. Um, you want to call up and tell me about it? Because I would love to hear it if you want to, or you can come up if you like. But no, I haven't heard of it. But just to think, all of this came out of Kanye. Kanye just saying one thing, and him expressing himself on what he believed to be the issue. And because he believed that to be the issue, and he got canceled for expressing what he thought the issue was about a group of people. Wow. He lost his family, he lost his money, he lost his job, he lost his contracts. I mean, he lost everything. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, nah, okay. Really? Okay. I most definitely respect that. I heard of uh wee bit. I've come across some Scottish people over here. But okay. I I respect your feelings. I do. So what are your thoughts about Will Smith breaking up with Jada Pickett Smith? Do you think that this is a Balenciaga ploy or someone telling him to, hey, go ahead and break up with Jada Pickett to throw the heat off of Balenciaga to let it cool down? Or do you think that's real? What do you believe? I said it in a previous. I knew something was going to happen. I didn't think it would happen this fast. People do not play around children. They don't play with children. That's one thing you don't do. You're going to get a horrible reaction if you play with children. They even thought just a thought that children are being exploited. And that was, oh, back to my point, the dog whistle. That was a dog whistle. That was a dog whistle. When you look at everything, everything was placed, and then Balenciaga said, "Oh, well, we didn't know anything about that. We're going to sue." No, 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 no. That was a dog whistle, and you approved of everything. and then had that designer Demna coming out. Oh man, wearing all the red and the two baby. Oh, that. Mm-mm. Nah, you can't sit here and tell me. Okay, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate that was you. Thank you. Um, Demna coming down and walking around with all that stuff. I mean, that was really twisted. Twisto. But if you ever get a chance, the guy who from Alabama for somewhere down south, he drove up, went to Southeast DC on Alabama and Good Hope Road, where they meet. They're in Southeast. It's called Cosmo Pizza. He went there and he shot it up. He just shot it up. I mean, I know people were like, "What? A white guy doing this? What's a white guy doing in Southeast?" I mean, I already know exactly what they were thinking. Like, what the hell's going on? White people going wild? Hmm. Because in that area, it's an all black area, and not far from there, you go down maybe about 10, 15 blocks, that's a very wealthy black area in DC. Now, of course, people are going to say DC there hasn't any DC has very wealthy areas, and it's not just on uh, the Northwest area to where you have Connecticut Avenue, to where you have Wisconsin and MacArthur Boulevard and New Mexico. No. They have on the other side, the southeast side, southeast, southwest, they have very wealthy black people over there. If you don't know it, DC is extremely segregated. Very segregated. Very segregated. But back onto the point. That was talking about the Pizzagate. Now, this I predict this incident right here is going to open the Pizzagate door up all over again. So whatever they try to keep closed with the Jeffrey Epstein, thinking that it just stopped with um Ghislaine Maxwell, that everything stopped there. No, you just opened it up. Yep. People are just in everything. Wow, wow. I don't even know if Selma Hayek even have come out with a statement denouncing her husband's company. I am just flabbergasted about it. And I still can't believe Selma Hayek, the parent company CEO, wife Selma Hayek, silent on the controversy involving children BDSM teddy bears. She's still quiet about it. This is wild. This is wild. Mm, mm-mm. Like I said, Selma, you better say something. You better come out and say something. Unless if you're just gonna just say, I'm gonna stay quiet and I'm gonna let this all blow over, unless if you're never gonna act again. But the way people are going, and these young people, these millennials and these Gen Zs, they're not revolutionary. They're not gonna sit back on this. No, you don't mess with children. You just simply don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Oops. The scale of desperation is terrifying. Yeah, yeah, it is very terrifying. They are not scared. They are scared. They are scared because okay. Now, if celebrities do not come out and speak out, or if they stay silent, two things will happen. One of two things will happen. Now, as I said in the previous video, you cannot serve two masters. You just can't because you're going to love the one and hate the other. Now, celebrities, you're in a bad position. I don't care which way you go. Um, Before I say this, I'm gonna say right now they're calling for Nicole Kidman to be canceled. Now, what's her name? Cardi B is calling to be canceled. Lizzo is calling to be canceled. Well, Kim is on her way in being canceled. And these are the people that we know of that had dealings with Balenciaga. Okay. Having said that, now, again, you cannot serve two masters. Now, celebrities have the people that employ them and give them jobs. Celebrities also have people that pay tickets to see them, whether if it's on a game, whether it's going to the movies, whether if it's, you know, buying products that they are selling, like Balenciaga. Oh, Balenciaga's done. But celebrities, they cannot stay. They have one or two things. They can either stay silent and be canceled, or hopefully they'll just and hopefully it will go past them, or they'll come out and denounce it and take the backlash from them, but then they'll still have people. But here's the kicker: these these places, these companies, they wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for the people supporting them. So it doesn't really matter what the companies do. Celebrities get it. It doesn't matter because if you side with the companies, you're done. Not only are you done, we're not going to support those companies. So that company's done anyway. So it boils down to, what are you going to do? Which master are you going to serve? And I thought that was quite interesting. Oh, wow. Wow, what we bit. I just sort of went out on a little tangent. Don't mess with children. That gives me the worst reaction. The worst. You don't mess with children. Yeah. So, I wonder who else. Because I was like, Nicole, please, please, Nicole Kidman, speak out, denounce them. Now, if you scratch the surface, like I said on Nicole Kidman, you can't help who you're born, what family you're born into. It is what you do afterwards. Once you say, okay, this is my family, look around, I don't agree with any of this mess, deuces, deuces, and keep it moving, right? But if you look around and then you're down with that stuff, you go down with the family. So it's either way, but um, yeah, yeah, they all need ordinary folk support. We have the power. Most definitely, we the consumers, we the voters, we the people. Well, I don't care where you are, we have the power because there are more of us. And guess what? We truly don't need them. They need us. We sort of just don't feel like making our own clothes. If we want to, we somebody in the community is really good with making clothes, but we could make our own clothes. We could do everything for self. We most definitely could do it if we wanted to. So they need us more than we need them. And this stuff is just simply a new thing in the past, what, 100 years, 120 years, somewhere around there, to where you had these fashion houses and women walk up and down and then they get clothes. But then you had women who couldn't afford it that made their own clothes. You know, if push came to shove, we would go back to doing that. But if that meant dealing with stuff like this, nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Like I said, you cannot serve two masters, and that goes with anything, anyone, anywhere. You can't do it. Oh man, oh it is going down, and I have to say, This isn't the beginning. No, this is the beginning. And I got a funny feeling it's not going to stop here. I think this is going to move on. Balenciaga is the first. Let's see how far the rabbit hole goes. Because you have people researching. I'm looking into it, and I came across the Connaught family. I'm like, oh, this is old money. OMG. I'm just doing this a small little scratch. This little scratch of information. Like, wow, no. Okay. I don't even want to say who they rock with. Okay. I think I said something wrong. Somebody must be listening to me. Okay, wait a minute. Weebit says, I don't even buy stuff from China. Hey, it happens. It most definitely happened. It happens. Um, the interesting part is this is I bought something from France from a little boutique. Now, I should have known. Oh my goodness. I could just now laugh about it. They were going out of business sale. So I'm like, okay, you're going out of business. All right. Right? You get like 5 pieces for $50 and then having it shipped to the US costs $9. I'm like, wow, this is the steal. Let me do it. When I got it, it was made in China. Then when I received it, a month later start falling apart. I'm like, oh yeah. So that was it. I don't do it anymore. But I went sideways. Oh yeah, but this is this is gonna get much worse. Not for us, but for them. They're gonna have a lot of issues because I'm telling you now, people are gonna be ultra vigilant. They're gonna be digging into this. This is a lot of stuff is gonna be exposed, and I'm putting this out there now. Putting it out there now that there's gonna be a lot more is gonna come of it, and I hope so because yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm glad you were laughing your butt off. Yeah, that's what you thought. Okay, wee bit. All right, laughing at me. All right, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, so what do you think is gonna happen next? Wee bit. Do you think another celebrity breakup is gonna happen, or do you think what? Because I truly think that that Will Smith simply did that. Now, I think I think more is going to happen. Now, I was reading some stuff that when Kanye start falling, he start making money. Yeah, Big Brother is watching. That's why everything messed up. I mean, I must have said something, and my platform is so small. Hey, my platform is small for me to have all those issues like that. That was a pretty bad um issue to happen. All of a sudden, everything went off. I'm like, oh my goodness, I struck somebody's nerve, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It reminds me on my other channel. I was talking about a politician. Well, the politician is out of office. And at that time, I only had 6 subscribers. And I put a video out there. I found information outside of the United States. And I said this story before. Uh, and it was all in the newspaper. So everything what I said was already documented. So it wasn't that I wasn't like I was making anything up. No, I put everything there. All my documentation showed it. And next thing you know, my video gets taken down saying that I had spam and I could have possibly lost my channel for telling the truth. And whenever you're in war, the first thing to go is the truth. So yeah, so I said so. Was it let me see, he started selling all his Balenciagas and Adidas stuff for 20 euros, rebranded. Oh, oh. Well, I don't know if he'll be able to do that now. I don't think he'll be able to resell or rebrand Balenciaga. No, no one is going to touch that stuff, especially it coming from the brainchild of those Balenciaga what do you call it, designers. And those designers, they might as well just go back to school and get another career because that right there is over. All that wild twisted stuff is over. Oh, duck hearts. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, then, hey, then maybe he might be able to make something out of it. Then maybe he might be able to go off and do something on his own. And, I really hope he can. I really hope Kanye can um, come out of this hole. Because going through that, I mean, being um a week before the photos. Oh, okay. That's interesting. But Kanye needs to take off that Balenciaga gear. He needs to get rid of it or he's gonna get canceled right along with him. And Adidas with that. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to get rid of it. He needs because that right there is forever done. You can't have any association at all. Mm-mm-mm. This is just too wild. I mean, people around the world pulling stuff out. I'm like, wow, they got all that Balenciaga stuff. The woman, she cut her bag that cost $1,000, over $1,000. This woman took several sunglasses that were over $1,000 each. I'm like, they're paying that much for plastic? It's crazy. That's crazy. It is something. But now, since Kanye has fallen out of the graces of Hollywood, or shall I say the elites, because and basically he did because he started telling people how they do things. It was interesting because he was with some people. I can't remember where it was. Was it Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx said that he was sitting down with Kanye and they were talking. And Jamie Foxx had this chain, right? This gold chain. And so Kanye said, well, you know, millionaires wear gold, billionaires don't. So Jamie's like, oh, go ahead and put that back in. Weebit says, laughing out loud, glad I'm a skint sometimes. I don't know what skint is, but I'll go along with you. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm getting ready to end this pretty soon. I just impromptu just jumped on here like, oh man. Now, one question. Oh, wait a minute. I just recently, did I put it up yet? I just recently, or was it that my other channel? Um, uh, did I put it up yet? I thought I did. No, I didn't, but I'm gonna put a poll up. I'm gonna put a poll up to see. Um, well, you'll see it when I put it up. Say Weebit says no money for corrupt bands or brands. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And Adidas should have been gone a long time ago. They should have been gone just kapooey. They should have been gone. Now Nike found itself in the midst of that, and Nike and its business practices. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that Adidas was able to go to a bank and go into a person's private account and just freeze and take their money. Just do it. I mean, Kanye said it. He said, this is what's going to happen. They control everything. And that's exactly what they shown. It's sad. It's very sad that it's happening. And, and it's, mm, I don't know. No, I do know, but I don't have Kanye money. I don't have billions of dollars. Don't. So I ask you this. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think Kanye is going to say more? Because he's talking to everybody. People come up in a car and he'll give an interview right there on Instagram. He just does it. Do you think that maybe since and I have to look into it more, so I'm going to say allegedly P Diddy is going to be the next person to the billionaire status because it appears allegedly, possibly that he may be benefiting off of this, or do you think, well, of course, more celebrities are going to be canceled. So just on that, and if you think anything else, please put something down in the chat because I'm going to shut this down in a couple of minutes. I think I have like about 20-second lag between this and okay. And okay, there it is. Okay. Maybe I was wrong about the grand conspiracy. I gotta get another what do you call it? Another wire. I think I have a short in my wire. Darn it. Okay, we bet says, um, I I think we saw with JD what can happen. I think I think yeah, I think you're right on one side. That yeah, it did happen, but JD was able to bounce back and go higher. Now, JD wasn't upsetting people the way Kanye is. He's not shaking the industry. He's not saying things like what people are doing behind the scenes. He's not talking about contracts or business practices. JD's not saying any of those things. But who is saying that is Kanye. Kanye is saying, "Hey, I'm a slave." And then, slavery is a choice. And people I gotta say, I was pissed off at that until I realized what he was saying. And he was talking about that he was a slave because he was talking about the contracts, and he signed a contract not really understanding that his name is he can't even use his name for some intergalactical universal type of thing. Now, how do you go out into the universe? That is wild. The business contracts are wild, just simply the way they're used. So as far as that is concerned, I most definitely get what he's saying. Let me see if this other camera's working because this is making me feel a little like I don't like this. Let me see if my other camera's working now. Oh, please be working. Please be working. Okay, you're not working. Okay. All right, I'll just leave it there. That's where I'll leave it. Yeah, so Johnny Depp wasn't talking about the contracts. He just was talking about his relationship with Amber and how Amber was allowed to run around and lie and all that mess. And now, if you really stop and think about some of those secret parties, I wonder if she was wearing Balenciaga stuff. That would be something for me to look into. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. Was Amber Heard wearing Balenciaga? Is she affiliated with Balenciaga? And then if she is Amber Heard, and that'll be interesting. Where's Okay. That's interesting. I don't see anything. I'm just doing a quick search, a little Yahoo search. No. Yeah, so Johnny Depp is okay, I keep on looking this way. Johnny Depp is safe. He's safe. I think he's Catholic or Christian. I'm not quite sure. But Johnny Depp is a safe guy. He's not going to go too far into that stuff the way Kanye is going in because Kanye he's like um these group of people are doing this group of people is doing that, and they could take anything from you. Johnny Depp's not doing that. He's just like, hey Amber, keep your hands to yourself. Stop lying on me. um you're hitting me. I'm an abused man, and which he rightfully so was. I mean, I gotta give it to Johnny showing great restraint for not just backslapping Amber. I'm so glad that never happened because that would have been you would have had everyone jumping on him for simply protecting himself from a woman who is slap happy. Now I've seen it a lot, and I had to, especially in schools. I tell young ladies, you need to keep your hands to yourself. because you're reaching out and you're hitting him and you're hitting him and you're hitting him. And at what point do you stop? And at what point does he have a because everyone has a breaking point. Everyone has a breaking point. Because if you keep on doing this, just keep on poking and poking and poking and poking and poking. And it's you doing it, so it's okay because of you. But then at some point, somebody's going to just start screaming and say, "Look, leave me alone." And then when that person had enough and they just have a meltdown, then all of a sudden the person having a meltdown is being accused for being terrible, but not looking at the person that's causing the issue. And then all of a sudden the person causing the issue is the person that gets the person who reacts has all the trouble, but the person that caused the issue is all of a sudden the victim. Yeah. So that's not well. Okay, I can go ahead and wrap that. Within Kanye. Okay, I can most definitely do that. I can take the same scenario. Kanye is doing his job. He's making music. He's making all these appearances. He's moving up, and then as he tries to get through certain places, he wants to do this and he wants to do that, but he can't because if he goes in that area, he's going to have people pointing, picking at him. He's like, okay, I don't like that. Don't do that anymore. Picking, picking, picking. Okay, look, lawyers, don't do that anymore. I don't like you doing that. Picking, picking. Do this contract like this, like this, like this, until he just simply just starts explodes. And then the first thing what they say is, "Oh, Kanye's crazy." No, Kanye's pissed. He's just tired of you messing with him. And then after when he reacts, all of a sudden he reacts, then the people who he reacts to are all of a sudden like, you can't do that because you're going against me. I'm going to take this away. And that's what Amber did. Amber took everything away, just like in Kanye's situation, they took it away. So I hope that Kanye can bounce back from this stronger. And I hope all this can be resolved to where whatever issues that was going on with the Kanye situation can be resolved and have better business practices for all and for people to be able to speak freely because in this country we do have the freedom of speech, the First Amendment, which ill-advised people are trying to take it away. And I do see all the little back things going on behind there. And I think dare I go here? I'm not trying to get too political on this, but if you, if certain groups of people, uh, I'll just go with the fat community, they're safer. If fat people are saying, you're going to have to do this because if you don't, then you're going to be fat phobic. So you're going to have to do this. And I have the power because I can, basically cancel you, call you fat phobic, and then you have all these other communities jumping on you because you won't date me. That needs to go right there. That needs to stop. It needs to. All right, let me look at the chat. Okay, exactly. He. Let me see. He supported. Does anyone have Kanye's back? Well, I do. I think what there's a lot of people that support Kanye. A lot of people are starting to come out and they're not afraid. I mean, you have Dave Chappelle. He came out. He's brilliant. He's funny now. You have Kyrie. He came out and oh man, that newscaster, I think it was what was it, Fox 5 when he said that Kyrie where was his backing? They marched right down there to the what is it called? To the station. And the news really didn't cover it, but a lot of people Social media people went out there and they covered it, and there was a lot of people down there marching, and that most definitely shut that newscaster up. He said it, and they came out there. So, Kanye, there are people that support him, not as much as Kyrie or not as much as Dave Chappelle. Kanye, I mean, even though I'm critical of him, I am some of the ignorant stuff that he does. I do call him out for that. But you know, I support the truth. I'd listen to what he says, and I just sort of see what goes on and what he says. Is that happening? And then if that's happening, then therefore it's true. Yeah. That may not be politically correct, but you know, somebody has to be politically incorrect. Somebody has to be the oddball. It is getting wild. It's getting so wild out there. It is really really wild. Um, with the way things are falling. I'm glad people will still speak up. Yeah, people need to speak up because if you're silent about stuff that you see what's going on, and if you let it happen, at some point it would happen to you. It will happen. You speak up. You speak out about it, especially when it's blatantly wrong. If it's wrong, you speak out about it. We gotta speak out for something or fall for anything. And this world has been just simply falling for anything. And we need to do better as a people. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. We have to stop letting people divide us. If we were to all to come together as one, that would be dangerous for the people that are above all of this, doing all the orchestrating. And we as a people, a human race. I don't care what color you are, I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you wear a size 5 shoe. Might be a little jealous of you, but I'm so silly. But we all have to come together, and mostly, no, not mostly, we must protect these children. We must protect these children. And well, I'm glad you agree. We got to protect these children. Now, one thing I'm going to say, and this is going to be very controversial, and I get into some some problems when I say this. We need to go after those people who make it possible, especially the parents. No, I'm just going to put it out there. We need to go after those parents that make it possible for children to wind up in the position that they wind up in, like R. Kelly. Um, those parents need to be in jail. They need to be. R. Kelly should be here, but the parents should be underneath there. Mm-mm. They need to be underneath the jail. Oh my goodness, you have 7 grandchildren? Oh, I know you'd be out there with a bat. I'll be right along with you. I don't have any grandchildren yet. One day I will, and nah, you gotta protect. You have to protect the children, protect the grandchildren, and point out the people who are doing these things, because then these children that have been, um, whether if it's running through the traffic, you get what I mean, or if they're abused in any way, they go through society, and these children will be not will be, but these children will become adults. Now, the question is, what kind of adults will they be? Will they be fit for society? And that's the thing. If we protect the children, then these children become adults, and these adults will become productive adults that will protect society, make society a better place for children to be. But if we have a twisted, sick society, that society needs to be put down and have something new and something better to grow on top of that. Hey Nicole, how you doing? How is it going? Well, I'm glad for you. I'm really happy. Yeah, I am really happy that you're here. Yeah, yeah, because this stuff right here is ridiculous. We're gonna have to most definitely keep pressure on Balenciaga. We're gonna have to most definitely find out how many other companies are doing this. We really need to point this stuff out. We really need to get it out there and get rid of it and let it know it's not accepted. And not only that, we need to go back and find a way to repeal the decision that the Supreme Court made with that dog whistling, what they did about the virtual um um allowing virtual child exploitation. That needs to go. So I if you don't like Kanye for anything, like him for opening up this can of worms. That's all I can say. He most definitely opened up something big, and the social media people who were looking at this stuff, and I guarantee they were YouTubers or Instagram people, and I don't agree with Candace Owens on many things. Oh my goodness. I I disagree with her on so many different things, but one thing I 100% back her up on is Balenciaga. I am so glad she screamed it to the rooftops because somebody had to warn the masses of what was going on. And Candace Owens, you may never see this. That is okay, but I'm putting it out there. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, and thank you for those people who put this information out there for us to react to and let them know it ain't going like that. It's not going down like that at all. All right, so having said all that, what do you think? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down. I gotta get my camera straightened out. Man, I can't believe all that stuff happened. Alrighty. So you all take care. Thank you for listening to me rant on Balenciaga and the backlash. And it's not over Balenciaga. I'm going to check out your stocks because the last time I checked, let me see the Balenciaga stocks stock price. They were founded in 1919, have over 1,325 employees. Let me see the stock price. Where is it? Hey, why don't you want to show anything? Block all this stuff. Balenciaga American Incorporated. For some reason, I can't find it. I got too many pop-ups going on here. Alrighty. Well, let me go ahead and go. It has been an hour. And again, I thank all of you. Take care and see you next time soon. And continue to check out my videos. And please, if you'd like to support me, you can. And if you'd like to Cash App me, it's Cash App Big Girl Diary. And please like, subscribe. If you don't Like my videos, dislike it, subscribe, and tell me why you don't like it. On that note, bye bye.